Hey guys, and welcome back to Deku Tarot and to your weekly tarot reading for April 13th through the 19th of 2020. So, if you guys haven't, do make sure to subscribe, do make sure to share the video if you enjoyed it, and definitely check out your monthlies as well as your other weeklies for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. If you do want to book a private reading, guys, I've lowered all of my prices by 20% to help out during this difficult global pandemic time. So you can check out all my discount prices and how to book a reading in the description box below, along with all the information about the really amazing astrology, numerology, analysis service, Truly Divine, which I'll talk more about at the end. But you can use my code DEKU30 as many times as you want, send it to as many people as you want for discounted astrology, chart analysis, compatibility analysis, numerology, life path. So they're really incredible, and I'll talk more about that at the end, okay? So let's get into this. The astrology isn't too crazy this week. We have the moon overall moving from Capricorn all the way into Pisces, and the new moon in Taurus is early next week. We also, at the very end of this week, are going to have the sun moving back into Taurus. So happy birthday to those really early Tauruses like myself. So anyways, like I was saying here, not too much happening in terms of astrology moves this week, but with Saturn in Aquarius, which is all about boundaries in our social circles and settings, we're really finding ways, at least new ways, to connect with our fellow humans despite not being able to be together in person, especially during the holidays like Passover and Easter happening this week. So definitely use Facebook Live, Zoom, all those things to try to get in contact, being kind of face-to-face, even if it's digitally, or calling people. I've been again communicating with all my friends, playing all sorts of fun games on Jackbox and stuff through Discord calls. You can also again do the Facebook Live, the Zoom, whatever that other Facebook generated one is. I can't think of what it's called right now, but we have so many options to be able to connect even if we can't be face to face right now. So don't get discouraged. All right. Taurus season, again, like I was just saying, arrives April 19th. I always thought it arrived April 20th. It says that, and I checked it in a bunch of books that I have, so I don't know what's up with that. Anyone, if you know anything about that, please let me know because I'm confused. But anyways, Taurus season arrives April 19th on Sunday here, and the sun in fixed earth really pushes us to go outside and commune and connect with nature, even if it's as simple as sitting outside on your porch, sitting outside in the driveway, taking a walk down the street if you don't live in a place that has a lot of natural stuff going on like nature. Sounded really weird the way I said that, but anyways, if you're bored, you can go plant even like a succulent or something that you don't even have to take care of. But getting back into nature, back into cooking, having a lot of creativity and grounded, comfortable, earthy energy is going to be abound as we really close out this week. And just for a little interesting tidbit, Wednesday is the Celtic tree month of the willows beginning. So interesting. If you're born a month after Wednesday 15th or Wednesday, April 15th, or for the month after, your tree is willow. Interesting. All right, so let's get into the reading here, okay? All right, Virgos, Virgo sun, moon, rising, and Venus. We're using the Tarot Muka for your weekly reading here. All right, so let's check it out. How was your full moon in Libra? Comment below. I actually did my official self-dedication ceremony on it. I thought it was the perfect time. I've always, done my own thing, but I'd never done a self-dedication ceremony. So that was really, really fun, really beautiful. All right, so let's check this out. Give me one card at a time, guys. Seems like something wants to come out here. Of course. You guys are so hard on yourselves. Stop being so hard on yourselves. Oh, I know that doesn't sound very great coming from a Virgo moon because we're especially hard on ourselves deep, deep down about everything. But yeah, oof. Okay. Let's pull a card of advice. One last card here. It's gonna be okay. Don't you freaking worry, guys. All right, it's gonna be all right. Your theme of the week, which is why I was laughing, is Eight of Wands. So I was like, it has a lot to say. And Eight of Wands is often a card about communication. Because you're communicating a lot this week, busy this week. It just feels like, especially again in terms of communicating through online with your friends, etc. There's a lot going on this week. I mean, especially with holidays, you could be finding ways to keep yourselves busy, communicate with loved ones. You know, even if you can't be with parents and family and stuff, you might be, you know, FaceTiming or whatever. On Easter, if you celebrate, or on Passover, or just to keep yourselves busy. There's a lot of communication. There's also a lot going on. It feels like this is kind of a week that kind of just goes by. There's a lot more momentum towards your end goal. And again, it feels like, especially with, you know, Venus and Virgo, your opposite sign, it's like this really, sorry, not Gemini is not your opposite sign. Why do I always accidentally say that? It's not true. Somebody's gonna punch me for that. Anyways, like I was saying, with Gemini and Venus, it's a lot more based on communication, on, you know, saying the right things, on getting good conversations going. It's all about, you know, attraction to knowledge and flirting in that kind of way, and like smart, it's what I call smart flirting. So you guys are really into that. That's like, that is up your creek. That's up your alley. Your emotional is digging it with the Ace of Cups here. You're feeling yourself, you're feeling your emotions, you're communicating them. You just have a lot of love, a lot of appreciation to show people, and you're feeling really rejuvenated, really cared for. Maybe even with this isolation kind of stuff, it's like you haven't had time to work on your emotional self, to really rejuvenate in that area, to really connect there and find new ways to heal in that sense, and to express love, to express appreciation and gratitude. So there's just such really, it's really nice. And for some of you, again, there's new emotional awakenings in terms of especially how you communicate your emotions, especially in relationships, with that full moon in Libra that just passed, okay? Career and finances are a little bit stuck, it feels like right now. You need to look at it in a different perspective and realize again that it ain't your fault. So stop beating yourself up about it. Stop, you know, stop lamenting and being frustrated. And again, it just feels like you guys are being really hard on yourselves about situations that you cannot control. So try to look at it in a different perspective. And that's what's coming up here also with your career. Sorry, not career, I just said that. Love and romance here, relationships. The Knight of Pentacles reversed and Two of Pentacles reversed. You don't feel, when you take a Virgo out of, you know, their element, which is having a structured environment, having a routine, knowing how things are going to be going. I mean, earth signs love routines, and you guys especially, you like your lists, you like things to be in a specific order. I'm not trying to say OCD or anything, but like, I get it, because I'm definitely not OCD, or I don't have that kind of issue, but I definitely am specific about how I have certain things, or else it bothers me. So I get that, and especially in terms of work and career, not being able to do the things that you like to do and being in your routine, and kind of feeling like both balls, you know, we've had to drop, you know, some situations, drop some money, had to let go of something that we've been juggling. And when we're not juggling, it kind of makes us a little bit nuts. So in terms of relationship and how we're communicating there, our frustrations in other areas might be leaking into relationship. So just kind of watch out for that and find ways to kind of let that go, and not let it, you know, come into relationship. Because again, it's becoming more of an insecurity because you're beating yourself up about this, and you're somehow, even if you're not like consciously doing it, feels like internally there's some part of you that assigns blame and frustration for this and feels like I should be doing more to fix this. You can't fix a pandemic unless you're one of the people that's creating, you know, the vaccine. But you have to let that go. You gotta let that go. So in terms of relationship, what can we do there? Six of Swords, you gotta let things go and realize, you know, right now we just have to leave the past in the past. We've fought our fight, and especially if you're bringing up fights from the past because you're just feeling irksome and difficult, and you know, it can be. Virgos are known, we can be a little bit nitpicky, we can pick a little bit too much, especially when we get frustrated and we don't realize that it can come off as a lot harsher and a lot meaner than we mean to. Scorpios are similar in that kind of sense. But it's time to just let kind of the past be the past. Any past arguments, issues, not a time to drum them up. Start moving on to better ways to communicate, better ways of moving forward, and trust that you guys are going to be okay if you're in a relationship. We just have to leave the past in the past. We have to let things go, and we have to find ways of positively just moving forward here, okay? Letting go of, you know, the argument, letting go of, you know, your side in it, letting go of something that you feel really stubborn and staunch about. It's like really strange. I just feel like gotta let something pretty big go, and it's really difficult for you. You're feeling almost like careless about it. Like, no, I'm gonna still hold on to this. Don't do that, especially within a relationship this week. Your advice here, Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. New and stable, prosperous moves forward here. There could also be a lot more going on again with family, your soul family. It doesn't have to be, you know, physical family, like blood family, but, you know, people that you consider family, that you're very close to. With the 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, I just feel like also this is a message. Came Ace of Wands first, then 10 of Pentacles. I know it looks backwards, but it to me shows that you have new opportunities coming in, whether you like it, whether you see it yet or not. You will be able to get back to that 10 of Pentacles, that abundance place, or have that new beginning to move somewhere, to start a home somewhere, to move closer to friends and family, even to find the place that you really want to be in. It's going to happen, and you have to trust that it will get there. Again, whatever you put your energy and heart into now, and whatever strikes you as passionate, especially in terms of a path forward, career, go with it. I do feel like in the future it's going to lead to something pretty big, and yeah, it's going to lead to something pretty prosperous, it feels to me. So that's interesting. And again, or a new home, somewhere you really want to live, like your perfect dream place, your perfect dream, like work, like home life. And I know that you guys are obsessive about that too. It's like a thing. It's a thing with earth signs, but Virgos, you guys like have it planned out. You have like the Pinterest board for it and stuff like that. And it feels like that seems so far away this week, and yet, or you thought it would be. And in some ways you're going to have a little more patience, yes, but as long as you're willing to let go of what you can't control right now, it's still out there, and you still just got to drum up your courage, your faith, and your trust that, you know, the new beginnings will present themselves, and maybe find creative ways to get there, okay? Woo, big messages there. Let's pull a Lindsay Andrews card. Let's also pull a Romance Angel card. Romance is, especially after a Libra full moon, I feel like it's quite prevalent for a lot of the signs this week. Oh, Jesus. Oh, one at a time, guys. Virgos. From the Doreen Virtue deck. All right, forgiving and learning and getting to know each other. You know, there's new, I mean, you're constantly learning, becoming new. You don't always stay the same person you are throughout your life, and you shouldn't. You should learn to grow and change. Forgive situations in the past. Forgive people. Forgive even yourself for things. And I think that's what a lot of this is learning to forgive yourself, even in situations where you shouldn't be assigning blame to yourself in the first place. Also forgiving a partner, or forgiving yourself for actions in the past. You're not the same, and maybe you and a partner can really, you know, communicate better, get to know each other, or someone that you're interested in. You have to let go of the past before you enter this new situation, or learn to forgive yourself or somebody that was involved in an area where you were hurt, or you hurt somebody, and ultimately that hurt you and your relationships and how we act in them. So again, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Reveal how you're really feeling. Don't be stubborn about things. Don't hold on to things this week. We need to learn new perspectives on how to let go of some unhealthy ways that we treat ourselves and that we act out in relationships because of these insecurities, okay? Interesting. Let's pull a Lindsay Andrews power deck. Ooh. Actually, no, it's not this one. I feel like it's going to be a different one. Yep. Okay. Skill. What a beautiful card here, too. Okay. Skill. So, expressing your highest nature through your work is sometimes easiest when work is not exactly as you wish it to be. There are hidden gifts within friction. Therein lies the secret way to a graceful life. You are not what you do. Your work is a higher mirror providing a reflection from which to learn in your evolutionary process. Then work becomes a higher skill and you begin to fine-tune not only your physical self, but your spirit. A Zen garden expresses the essence of life in a highly perfected skill. Come to the inner truth that produces true skill. Beautiful and perfect message for you guys, right? So again, do check out your monthly. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share the video if you enjoyed it. And again, I'm taking 20% off of all my readings, and how to book is in the description box below. Definitely check out Truly Divine if you're bored and you want to, check out your astrology, get a really deep analysis on it, because they don't just tell you, like you're stubborn, that's that. They tell you, the aspects that make that more difficult and the things that you can do to change that and how you can work on that and all the astrology having to do with it. It's really, they're incredible. And the compatibility analysis was like out of this world. Like, it really blew even my partner out of the water, and he doesn't know anything about astrology. So definitely check that out, guys. If you haven't, you can use the code Deku30 as many times as you want. You can share it, and all that info is in the description box below, okay? So definitely check them out. Check me out over on Instagram to get more content if you're bored or you want to connect and see what I'm posting up over there. I'm always trying to keep it different and interesting there. And have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. And make sure to stay safe and stay healthy, my friends. Namaste.